This week on the Harteis Ranch, Freddy is hosting two of his buddies, Chase and Kevin, on the Merriam turkey hunt. This bird's a goblin, and the boys are hot in pursuit. Here we go.
Here on the Harteis Ranch, we specialize in big game. Elk and mule deer are my passion, and just recently we've opened up some opportunities for some Merriam turkeys. There's nothing like hunting Merriam turkeys in the Rockies. Check it out. Turkey hunting to me is almost like hunting elk. You can ride around, you can call. When they respond, you kind of approach and typically keep the wind in your favor, but with turkeys, you don't even have to worry about the wind. So it's a little less stress. It's a ton of fun, and in the spring when you have nothing else to hunt, it fills up some great time and we really enjoy ourselves.
I tell you what, we might be turkey hunting, but it is awfully hard to not think about the elk that the Harteis Ranch has on it. I mean, wow.
Chase has become a dear friend over the last several years. We kind of got in the outdoor industry at the same time, and he has built an incredible marketing company. It's a machine working with some of the best brands in the industry, and that's how we've kind of reconnected through the Cherokee sports.
Freddy called and he says, why don't you come out here and kill a Merriam? And I said, you know, I've never shot a Merriam. I live in Iowa, we got easterns everywhere, and this is just a totally different experience. I mean, the mountains, the way the birds echo through the canyons.
I love how compact, this is amazing, especially for the mountains. Are you kidding? This is perfect.
This is the ticket. Portability.
These Cherokee decoys are amazing because it's bulky to haul a bag like Santa Claus of decoys up and down the mountains. And we can just compress them, put them in our pack, and run and inflate them on a dime. So I'm kind of known for my elk hunting and being able to call in animals. And when Chase and I connected about the Cherokee sports and the turkey aspect of it, I was scratching my head saying I need to sharpen up my skills a little bit, but I knew those calls were pretty amazing.
These Cherokee recalls are unbelievable. I just pulled this thing out of the pack and we're ready to kill a bird. Well, we do it. Don't forget your ammo, that helps.
Yes, good call. I better only need one.
So I love the Cherokee Sports lineup, from their calls, which sound as good as any, to their decoys, and then being able to also experience a Tacticam at its best. The Tacticam is one of the most revolutionary, the most incredible ways to film your hunt. You can mount it on your bow, mount it on your gun. It can save your hide even when you have a cameraman in your back pocket when they miss the shot.
Unbelievable, we haven't even left the house yet. We just come outside. We're gobbling up here.
So we're hearing gobbles, we're fired up, we're getting in the buggy, we're taking off. We have water holes that are placed in strategic places and great meadows and wide open areas, and with a good set of binoculars you can watch a lot of ground and be able to put yourself in a great place to find some turkeys. So we're climbing up the hill and we hear them gobbling, we're getting fired up.
He's right there. You see him? Right, coming up, coming up. He's a little further out.
Well, Well, the Harteis Ranch has been groomed for 20 years, from my father's conception and the vision of the ranch to what we're doing with buck forage and being able to put out management plots and plant oats and put just some of the best habitat improvements out there for the animals, that they're thriving as good, if not better, than anywhere in the country.
Chase just saw two birds. I think they got a look at us and took off, but they're in here. They're all over.
We grab the Cherokee decoys and set them up, and we get in position.
Let's try to get up to that edge.
We get to the top of the hill. They were right in front of us, almost like we were stepping on them.
Badlands. It's all in the approach. Bear Archery. Walk among legends. Cherokee Sports. Solutions for the sportsman. Legendary Arms Works. Live legendary.
Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit RaptorRazor.com.
Keystone Sporting Arms. Home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722. Arm Score Ammo. Right on target, right on the price.
Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Freddy and Chase are getting close, but so far, no turkey dinner. Time to head further up and further out. Keep listening for those gobbles, boys.
We get to the top of the hill. They were right in front of us, almost like we were stepping on them.
I've never done any turkey hunt like this before.
I felt like we cut the distance too quickly, that we need to reposition ourselves and get ahead of them so we would have a little better chance.
Oh, it's hard to pull him off the hen. She came down and kept going. He strutted, looked back here, gobbled, kept following her. It's hard to pull her off the real thing. We just gotta get ahead of them. There's a bunch of other birds. We're gonna go take the buggy, head up the mountain.
The Cherokee decoys are incredibly easy to deflate and inflate. And them being so light, you can throw them in your backpack and run.
Collapse them down for another hike up the mountain. I didn't know I had to get on the elliptical before this turkey hunt.
It's part of our health and fitness. We can run the hills.
What's the elevation here?
We're about 8,200 right here.
8,200. 8,200 feet above sea level is a little bit different than Iowa.
Chase may be a lowlander, but that kid can get around. He was pretending he was winded, but he was keeping up every step of the way. So we're climbing up the hill and we hear him gobbling. We're getting fired up. We grab the Cherokee decoys and set them up, and we get in position. The Tacticam is one of the most revolutionary, the most incredible ways to film your hunt. You can mount it on your bow, mount it on your gun. Chase is hitting record on the Tacticam, and I'm hitting the slate call. And here they come. I love being able to set up a nice spread of decoys and throw the right seductive calls out and watching the birds just respond and commit. I'll tell you, it just gets you fired up almost like you're hunting elk. So the two big gobblers come in right below us and they're gobbling their heads off, and I'm hitting the striker, slate call. Here they come up onto the road. Chase was ready to go, and I gave him the go to shoot. We get the shot, Chase got it done.
Yeah! You did it, bro! You did it.
That's my first Merriam.
Your first Merriam.
First
you
Merriam.
killed 1,000 Easterns in your first Merriam turkey. That was awesome. You laid him down. He was fanned out right there.
It was an awesome hunt. His first Merriam bird, and he was really stoked.
I have not shot a bird with a gun in like 8-10 years, and that was so exciting. He wasn't 20 yards. I mean, he just come right up. I got to get my hands on him.
Great job.
Let's go.
Great job. That's a big bird. Good stuff. Look at those tail feathers. Isn't he beautiful? Man, I'm so impressed how lifelike these decoys are.
I'm gonna hunt like this. I'm not carrying around a big satchel full of decoys. It's just so much easier. They're realistic.
Yep.
They move in the slightest breeze.
They sure do. They were kind of skirting us, and then when they were moving a little bit, and as those decoys were moving, they
Started
full
to suck
strut
right
and
up
started to
into
come
us.
right to us.
What a hunt, man.
What a beautiful bird. I'm proud of you, bro. That's awesome.
I don't care how long you've been turkey hunting. You have got to come here and turkey hunt. From daybreak, all day we've had gobbles. And the thing is, it's up and down. Everything you know about turkey hunting goes out the window. It does.
It does. All I used was this and the new diaphragm. I put this diaphragm in my mouth for the first time this morning. And yeah, I have a little bit of experience with turkeys, but at the end of the day, this sounds as good, if not better, than anything right out of the chute.
Yeah.
How hard is that to find?
Yeah.
Incredible.
What a way to cap off first morning.
First thing we need to do before we get them out of here is we're gonna need to tag them.
Yep. Get a hunt with Harteis Ranch. Come out here for turkeys, see what they've got for mule deer and elk, and get on the elliptical for about 6 months solid before you get out here, because it's gonna test you.
So now I'm extremely excited because we're feeling some success and I'm ready to go. I got my tag in my hand and my gun in my hand and we're ready to rock.
Freddy's heading out for a gobbler of his own. Chase is laying out the Cherokee decoys and pumping up Freddy for some reaping. Go get 'em, boys.
If I wasn't doing it myself, I'd think it was real. We're gonna head out to the high country. It all begins now.
The next morning, the wind died down.
Chase already whacked his gobbler. Now it's my turn.
We could hear the birds at a further distance. We could ride around with a buggy, locate them, and get on.
This is perfect. The wind died down. We got overcast.
We have been putting the miles on, trying to just locate another bird. It's not easy.
The birds gobbled, we got on them. We were setting up the decoys.
Freddy, you're going reaping.
Look over the crest and there's a whole bunch of gobblers and some hens out in the meadow right in front of us.
Freddy's gonna take the Billy Bat act. We come up over this hill. He's gonna reap one right now.
Chase says, Freddy, you're gonna reap these birds. I said, what are you talking about? He said, you're gonna take that Cherokee decoy and you're gonna put it in front of you, you're gonna creep out there to the edge and stake that down, and that gobbler's gonna run right into you and you're gonna shoot him. I said, well, who are you, Nostradamus? Because I don't think it's that easy. I've never reaped a turkey before. I've never stuck up on a turkey. I've always called them in. But I found this way was very effective because these decoys are so lifelike and they have realistic taxidermy heads on them that the real birds, they don't know the difference. Right as I got that decoy to the edge of the hill, I saw that gobbler identified, whoa, there's another gobbler coming into play. And he was angry from the get-go. At that point, that gobbler gobbled a few times, and here he comes full strut running right toward us. We made a great shot. Headshot him, about took his head off.
Cherokee Sports, are you kidding me? These decoys are amazing, lifelike, light. The calls work like a dream. As soon as they saw that decoy, they started working our way. Got about a 15-yard shot at them as they're coming up over the hill. Unbelievable. Thank you, Cherokee Sports. Amazing!
Before you know it, we walk up and there's feathers everywhere.
Can you believe this? Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Incredible bird. The memories with a great friend like Chase with Cherokee decoys. These birds are so beautiful. Hunt of a lifetime. I'll remember this forever, bud.
Oh, me too, brother.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
This is the first morning of Kevin's hunt. Kevin's a dear friend of mine from Los Angeles. I got him back into the hunting a few years ago. He's been out. This will be his third hunt with us.
My name is Kevin Caffrey. The way I know Freddy Harteis is he moved next door, him and Jeannie, and Freddy and I just hit it off. He's a wonderful person. Now I'm going hunting with him. My dad and I used to turkey hunt when I was a kid, so this was an awesome opportunity.
Here we are with my dear friend Kevin on the Harteis Ranch. Things are coming together. The birds are gobbling all over the place, and he gets so fired up, it just makes me excited. And he's so passionate. So there's nothing better than getting someone out in the woods to do that, and we knew it was just a matter of time we were gonna get this thing done.
It's not your typical bird hunting. Typical bird hunting is, you know, you usually have a dog and you're stalking and the bird flies. Well, you don't shoot a turkey flying. You shoot a turkey on the ground. All of a sudden they sounded really close, and then they sounded like they kept getting further and further away.
What do you think happened?
I think they saw us. I think we spooked them.
Here in the Harteis Ranch, there are Merriam turkeys everywhere. Seemed like we'd come around the corner again, we'd get set up, we'd hear one gobble, and they'd see us because they were coming so fast. I'm scratching my head saying, man, I may need to call some of my professional turkey hunting buddies to teach me how to do this, because it seems like these birds are coming in too fast.
And they get more aggressive as it gets warmer. Starting to warm up a bit. At least we got some incredible views here. Can you believe we're hunting turkeys out here? This is crazy.
We'd go a little further. Everywhere we went, we were just glassing away, and we were catching turkeys and trying to put it all together.
Badlands. It's all in the approach. Bear Archery. Walk among legends. Cherokee Sports. Solutions for the sportsman. Trophy Ridge Sights. The fierce science of dead certain accuracy.
Blind Turtle, the best in high-value hunting blinds.
Ripcord Ace. The #1 fall-away arrow rest. Buck Forage. The preferred forage for wildlife.
Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.
It's time for Freddy's Los Angeles neighbor to bag himself a bird. Kevin and Freddy are on the hunt, ready to call him and bag him. Stay calm, Kevin.
So my right-hand man, Steve Hager, comes down for a day. He's never hunted turkeys, even though he's a professional elk hunter. And I said, hey, come down and tag along with us, because this is like hunting elk in the spring. It's so fun. So he comes down, and Steve is just an incredible hunter, so we knew having him tag along was just going to be a great experience, and he'd add to the hunt.
Watching an experienced guide like Freddy call the birds in, set down the decoys, the whole process of convincing this bird that you're a hen and you're going to come in and everything like that, and watching the bird come in, and they're smart. If you move, you do anything, they're gone.
It's right there to the right in front of it.
They don't smell well, they hear pretty good, but they see really well. So it's really challenging, you know, in your camo, not to move, to line up the shot, and to call the bird into you. It's really exciting.
We hear a gobble, and Steve has the decoy, and he's crawling out there to try to set the decoy up. And before you know it, Kevin's getting ready, and that gobbler is coming in fast.
Well, I got it. That was crazy. He was too close. Oh my God. I missed him because he was too close.
He was too close.
Yeah.
And honestly, that shotgun's pattern is like a rifle at
It's
10
too
yards.
tight, yeah.
And that gobbler was 10 yards from him.
10 yards from
and
him,
it
I
was,
missed him.
We even brought my ace and the whole guide to creep up there with the Cherokee decoy. And that decoy worked so well. That's crazy.
man.
That's twice we've reaped on them and they come right to us.
That was pretty embarrassing.
We chalked it up for experience and just a heck of a memory. What do you think about hunting on the Harteis Ranch turkey?
It's my favorite place
Isn't
to
it
be.
crazy?
I love it here. I
It's
love
so
it
crazy. Let's keep running.
Let's
We're
go.
going to get you one, bud.
All right. Cool. You kind of know that these birds, they usually stay in these areas.
So the birds are everywhere, they're gobbling. We're trying to get in position. I'm throwing Steve in one direction, I'm throwing Kevin down right above me, and I'm running up the hill. And I just felt like it was all gonna come together.
If you have different styles of hunting, this ranch is open to all of them, whether you want to sit in a blind and hunt birds that way, but I prefer the way Freddy does it, and that is to go after the birds and call them in. We saw 2 birds, but we heard a third. And the 2 birds came walking up. And I don't know if I moved or anything, but one of the birds started to take off.
All of a sudden 2 come right up the hill. I'm getting excited. I know he's fired up, and the birds come so close. They come out in the open.
You really got to be still. You got to be quiet. You got to call them in and really have your game going. I was so afraid the second one was going to take off, but I had a clear shot of his head, and I took it and took him right down.
Congratulations, bro. Awesome.
Perfect shot right in the head. It was awesome. Honey, I'm bringing home turkey. It really came down to the wire. But Freddy's relentless, boy. He doesn't give up. He makes sure you get a good hunt.
Thanks so much, and just all the time we spent together and calling this bird in.
This young man is my neighbor in Los Angeles. Who would have thought? And we're hunting buddies and kill a bunch of stuff together. So
much fun.
Congrats, bro.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love you.
So turkey hunting here on the Harteis Ranch is a ton of fun. Within a few days, we put 3 birds on the ground, had a great hunt here at the Harteis Ranch.
I love the ranch. I love the whole experience. And Freddy's a great guide, and we have too much fun together.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Bear Archery.
The Harteis Ranch has become a destination for elk and mule deer hunting at its best, as well as some excursion weekends, which are incredibly impactful team building events.
I think it's like almost criminal that property sits silent for so much of the year. Even if you don't want to hunt, shoot paintball or shoot rifles or arrows, whatever. Take a buggy ride and go around the acreage and to see the vistas and the views and see wildlife and experience it. I think it's awesome what he's doing.
To experience nature at its best, check it out.